Once again, we are live from the Haymarket Iceplex in Haymarket, Virginia. I assume this is Haymarket. Sometimes they name the things after nearby towns, so you get confused and assume that it's one thing, but it's actually the other. But pretty sure this is the Haymarket Iceplex in Haymarket, Virginia, where your Raleigh Raptors wrap up their tournament schedule facing, once again, the Loudoun Knights. The Raptors and the Knights faced each other yesterday in a morning contest, which the Raptors won 2-1. The Knights went 0-2-1 in tournament play, while your Raptors went 1-2. So we'll see what happens here. This is a consolation 5th and 6th place game, so who knows what's going to happen. Some players get a little bit more relaxed in games like this. Some players take it a little bit more personally. What will happen? Who knows? If I could predict things in the future, I'd be a much richer man. About 10 seconds left in the warm-up. We are up in the air this time, so it allows me to see some more stuff than I have been the entire weekend, so hopefully that'll go better. My neighbor here to the left has a much better setup than I do. I'd say if you'd like to contribute a few bucks, I could get a setup like that, but I think it's more than a few bucks that you'd have to contribute. And to be flat out honest, I don't understand what half that stuff that dude is using is anyway. But as the boys pump themselves up, the Knights are ready. The Raptors have done their little 1, 2, 3 chant. So we'll head to the bench and be underway. Spencer Driggers in net for the Raptors today. All right. Always technical adjustments here. Chris Lombardo on the camera. And we're underway. Knights Havoc gets taken away and sent around the boards by the Raptors. In the corner, I can kind of see a little bit there. Knights Havoc, they'll send it down. Take it away with Marsiglia. Dancing around, Amistadi goes to get it along the boards. Sends it over. Let's have it. Amistadi keeps it in. Shot goes off of a shin. Marsiglia takes it. Up. Corbett loses the handle. Takes a big check on the boards. Shot on net, though. Sent away. Driver has it, sends it cross ice. Barstiglia can't get to it. It's behind him. Bouncing. Corbett's going to scoop that up. Nope. Stick lift takes that away. Amistadi off the boards. Knights a little bit offside there. Shot goes high into the glass. Into the corner. Goes down the other way. Gotcha, good. Scott has it along the boards. He gets tied up and taken down. No call. Knights have it deep in their own zone. They'll bring it out to mid-ice. Knights try to bring it all the way. Stick check by Lombardo. Lombardo sends it off of the Knights player. Knights goaltender gets brave. Lombardo picks it up as it goes along the boards, though. Knights send it around the other way. Fisher gets a piece of it, sends it over to Lombardo on the boards. Still behind the net. Battle there. Finally goes around. Knights player gets tripped up on his own skates. Tough in the corner there. Lunsford takes it. Shot is high off the glass. Poke, the Knights have it, but they can't get it out. Eisenberg with the shot. It gets deflected. Goes out. The Knights get it to mid-ice. They get a little bit confused. Eisenberg takes it. He sends it along the boards. Rogers attempts the back pass. Can't get to it, but Eisenberg takes the rebound, and he'll bring it. Sends it over to Lunsford. Lunsford has an opening. Take it away. Lunsford with a shot on net. Goes wide. Goes back the other way. Sent over to Morris. Morris has it now. Puck goes back into the neutral zone. Lee sends it over. Goes up the other way. Knights bring it to mid-ice. Edwards intercepts, and he's got an opening, so he'll bring it into the zone. Good movement there. Shot is high. Oopsies. Another shot from the corner. The Knights take it. They'll send it down ice, which is cheating. So we'll get the puck sent back down the other direction into the Raptors' offensive zone. 10:23 remaining in the first period. No score. Face off now. Knights have it. They'll bring it down ice. Stick check by Edwards. Takes the puck away. He'll go chase after it. Picks it up. He flips it into the neutral zone. Knights take it, try to get it back. Scott takes a piece of it. It goes back and forth. Amistadi sends it down ice. That should be an icing, and it is. So now we'll get the puck sent back down the other direction into the Raptors' defensive zone. Face-off taken. Scott gets it. Gets slashed. No call. Scott brings it in. Some movement there. Tries to bring it out in front. Gets intercepted by the Knights. He'll bring it back the other way. Knights do the entry. Over in front. Saved by Driggers. A dangerous opportunity there by the Knights, but Driggers is there to respond. First real shot he's faced so far in the game, and he definitely was up to the challenge. Stegall will take the face-off. Oh, that goes across the crease. Fisher will take it. He'll send it back around the other direction. Driver looks for it. Little collision there. Stegall tries to send it. Gets tied up. Driver will try to get it out, but the Knights get a piece of it. Fisher, though, tries to send it over to Driver. Couldn't get a piece of it. Driver recovers, though. Tries to center it. Goes back the other way. The Knights will take it. They bring it to mid-ice. Goes into a couple of skates. They'll have to recover and dump. Lunsford will go after it. Dances a little bit around. Leaves the puck behind. Some good movement there. Lombardo will pick it up. He's challenged there by the Knights player. Intercepted now by Stegall. Up, and we're going to see a penalty. Looks like potentially a trip on Stegall. Just remember, poor skating is not tripping, but it is what it is. So with 8:55 remaining in the first period, we have the Raptors' first penalty kill of the game. 1:30 as Stegall sits. Faceoff sent back. Sent down ice by Eisenberg. And the Knights will have to chase after it. Knights have it. They have some momentum going the other way. Edwards, though, with a stick check. And he'll send it down ice. Almost takes out an official. He'll laugh about that later. Edwards will, not the official. He's probably pissed. Puck sent cross ice. Knights can't find it. Morris does. Takes the check into the boards. Good solid hit there. And the Knights will go back the other way. We get a zone entry. Eisenberg tries to take him off net. Shot. And score. Got a piece of the post, but went in. And the Knights take a 1-0 lead on the power play goal. This has been the weakness of the Raptors all weekend long. Getting in the penalty box and giving up the power play goals. But we'll see if the Raptors can shake it off. As 8:07 remaining in the first. The Knights break the scoreless tie. Go up 1-0. Almost a trip there. Oh. Intercepted by Lunsford. Lunsford has it taken away, though. He'll go into the boards. Went for the check there. Missed. Tied up in front. Loose puck. Kicked away. Score! Just unable to track the puck. Way too many people in front of the crease. And the Raptors find themselves against the ropes here, down 2-0 with 7:47 remaining in the first period. Puck goes off of Eisenberg's stick. He'll go send it around the opposite way over to Scott. Scott sends it along the boards. Back to Eisenberg. Eisenberg can't pick it up. Shot on net. Bouncing puck. Scott tries to get it out. He fights for it, but the Knights send it back around. Corbett tries to send it around. Stopped by the Knights player. Shot out to the point. Deflected. Bounces over. Driver will go for it. But stopped by the Knights. Blocked by Driggers. Now Scott and Eisenberg will fight for it along the boards. It'll be Scott that takes it out. He flips it forward to Driver. Driver can't reach it. But a good recovery. Mild interference. No call. Puck gets dropped in. Eisenberg will take it deep into his defensive zone, and they'll try to set something up here. Eisenberg sends it cross ice over to Corbett. Corbett will dump it in. Sent out in front. Can't pick it up, though, and the Knights have it. They'll send it around the boards. Check in the corner. Edwards will go chase after it. Wins that battle. Takes that one out and flips it over. Sigula sends it over to Scott. Scott stays with it, has it along the far boards. Shot on net. Sigula tries to redirect. Shot on net blocked. Knights trying to get it out of their defensive zone. Dumped in. That was an offside, so they'll go reset through. That's going to be a bad one. Hard check into the boards. Looked like the Knights player was starting to fall down beforehand and then just took a bad shot into the boards. So we can pretty much assume a 2-10 here. As the Knights player is staying down. The refs will discuss what penalty will be dished out here. Player is up. And Corbett is leaving the ice and going into the locker room. That does not bode well. Could he have gotten the game misconduct? That's potential. Because the referee didn't even make a motion to send him into the box. They directed to leave. So, assuming a game misconduct here. Rogers will go in the box to serve Corbett's penalty. Now, will it be? Yes, it will. It will be 5, which should be 4. It should be. So, a major and a game misconduct being given to Corbett for that dangerous check. Major's a 4, not 5. Thank you. Okay, that's been corrected. So it'll be a 4-minute major, which is the penalty structure that we're working on here. 1.5-minute minors, 4-minute majors. But losing Corbett for the game is really going to hurt the Raptors' chances. Hopefully the Knights player is okay. Puck is brought out to mid-ice. Knights have it. They'll go to bring it in. Good play by Lombardo to get the puck away, but it bounces over. Shot from the point. A little bit of a double check there by the Knights. But the Raptors get it out of the zone. So now Stegall will get. Are they giving him a penalty? No. Stegall's back on the bench. So we're safe there for a minute. So the Knights try to bring it in. Fisher stops it. He'll dump it in. as is the way. Unfortunate situation with a major penalty is all 4 minutes will have to be served, regardless of whether or not a goal is given up. It's unlike the case with a minor penalty, where if a goal is given up, then the power play is over. Edwards takes one onto the boards and gives a little bit extra. A little tic-tac back and forth. And now Edwards will get called for a trip. After barely contact. But again, poor skating equates to penalties. So now the Raptors will have to take a 5-on-3 for a minute and a half. So this should be a whole bunch of dumps right now. Raptors just need to take it and get it out of their zone. Shot from the point. Deflected. Knights have it. They'll try to set something up. Scott goes in there. Plot taken away. Driver. He'll send it along the boards the other way. Shot on net. Intercepted by Scott. Tries to send it out. Knights get it though. Shot deflected by Scott. Driver will go into the corner. Big check there. So out to the point. Knights have it. Shot on net. Still loose. Still loose. And absolutely way too many people in the crease. But Loudoun will get credit for the score. And Loudoun takes a 3-0 lead. Just way too many players in the goaltender's crease. Referee explaining something to Spencer Driggers. I'm not sure what it is, but whatever. 3:42 remaining in the first. Still a minute 57 left on the major. But we're back at least to 5-on-4 hockey as Edwards' penalty is wiped off the board. Segal fights for it, but the Knights take it. They bring it into the zone. Shot on net. Drigger stops it, goes to cover, can't get to it. Knights from the other direction. And we have a stoppage. Driggers covers it. Words being spoken. The Knights really want to win this consolation game. Lombardo takes it. He brings it down the ice. Now finally dumps it in. Goes behind the Knights net. Now to mid-ice. Lombardo takes it again. Segal tries to get a piece of it. He can't get to it as the Knights player pins it against the boards. Still a fight for it now. Gets out to center ice. Lunsford thought about it. Drop pass by the Knights. Cross ice. Shot on net. Bouncing and in. Just an unlucky bounce on that one as Driggers got a piece of it, but it spun and went behind him. And it's now 4-0 Knights. 2:37 remaining in the first period. And again, we're still on 5-on-4 because, again, a major penalty cannot end with the goal scored. So they will have to take out the next 47 seconds and just burn this penalty. D-to-D pass to Amistadi. Amistadi going to try to thread the needle there. Put on net. Glove save by the Knights. Their goaltender wakes up. 2:17 remaining in the first. Still 4-0 Knights. Unofficial shots on goal, 15-3 for the Knights. Not great. Amistadi sends it along the boards behind the net. Masiglia takes it, tries to get it out from Morris in front, but intercepted. And now the Knights will bring it in. Drop pass. Morris will take it. Official in the way. Puck goes cross ice pass. Still loose in the front. Amistadi tries to get to it. Amistadi checked from behind. Shock. No call. Good block there by Driver. So the check from behind on Amistadi goes uncalled, but man, we can find a hand pass. Brady Scott here to take the face-off as we're finally back to 5-on-5 hockey. Tie up. Another player goes down. Knights have it. They try to send it back. Shot goes high. Knights will pick it up. Scooped up by Driggers for a stoppage. 1:13 remaining in the first period. Still 4-0 Knights. Puck drop. Scott brings it the other way. Now he'll take it out of the zone. Mid-ice. Looks to make a move. Tries to get past. Recovers. Shot on net. Blocked by the goaltender. They try to send it back the other direction. Now the Knights have it. Eisenberg back. Shot on net. Eisenberg may have got a piece of it. Rogers sends it forward. Knights pick it back up. Rogers follows through on the check. We'll see a lot of that in this game, I think. Eisenberg, careful to avoid the offside, sends it on net. It's sent around. Raptors still have it. Try to send it over. Shot on net. Loose. Scott can't get a piece of it. Now Lee is taken out at the ankles. Stop me if you've heard this one before. No call. Edwards has the speed to beat the Knights player to the puck. He sends it along the boards. Scott has it. Sends it over to Lombardo. Lombardo gets past. And the shot is too late anyway, but it was blocked by the goaltender. A little better effort in the last minute of the period. But the Raptors find themselves down 4-0 at the end of one. Coach Winter going to settle the kids down and see if we can get at least some goals on the board. Early on, this game was very even. And then the floodgates just seemed to open. Again, the Raptors just need to play smart. Stay out of the box. As I like to say in house league, and pretty much every other sport, if they can score 4 goals in a period, then we can score 4 goals in a period. So the Raptors will try to do just that. Auction it down. Fisher will take it, put on net. Good shot, but swallowed up by the Knights goaltender. We get a stoppage. 6 seconds have elapsed in the period. Stegall to take the face off. Tied up. Lombardo gets a piece of it. Goes in front of the net. Amistadi will keep it in. Sent back around the other way. Behind the net again. Amistadi will hold on to it. Amistadi in the slot. Shot goes off of a pad. Fisher fights for it. Sends it back around behind the net. Knights will try to get it out here. They do. Now it's at center ice. Fisher and Lombardo fight for it. Sent back around the other way. Lombardo will go after it. Knights send it cross ice, though. They'll get it out of their zone. Fisher intercepts. Goes back into his defensive zone. Looking to reset. Sends it directly to a Knights player. That was a bad idea. Puck gets kept in. Blocked by Amistadi. One-timer. Shot. Saved by Driggers. Goes across the crease. Beautifully done there. Now shot blocked by Driver. Hand deflection does not get past Driggers. Sent out to the point. Shot blocked by Fisher. And Driver will fight for it. It'll get out of the zone finally. And Stegall used the stick. Intercepted by Fisher. Stegall picks it off, sends it over to Fisher. Fisher with a big swing, but it gets blocked. Amistadi takes a big hit. Sent back around. Lombardo will dump it in. They're going to need to make at least a partial change. They'll make a bigger change than that. As Knights take it, intercepted there. And now the Raptors have it. Scott brings it into the zone. Shot hard into the shin pad. Knights have it. They bring it across mid-ice and dump it in. Edwards will pick it up. He sends it across. Scott gloves it down but can't hold on to it. Scott goes for it. Now it's tied up into the boards. Still tied up. Lunsford will bring it in. Loses the handle. Brady Scott with some high contact there. And that'll get a call. So Scott's going to go in the box for the hard check. We'll see what we can get extra for him. But the extra contact afterwards by the Knights, an extra shove and then a swing. Some officials would have called that a punch and therefore a fight. But we'll just go on the boys will be boys solution. 2 minutes coinciding. So back to 5-on-5 hockey. Sent back around the boards. Edwards gets a piece of it, can't hold on to it. Morris gets it. Edwards fighting for it. It's brought around the opposite way. Knights will take it. They'll try to go for the entry. Lee gets a stop in there, though. So Patty Lee has it. He sends it along the boards. Kept in by the Knights. Intercepted, though. Sent over to Morris. Morris has it. Morris loses it. Gives it over to Rogers, though. Rogers sends it cross ice. Lee gets to it. 2 swings. And the high stick there from Morris. Good for lacrosse, bad for hockey. So we get a stoppage. 10:33 remaining in the second period. 4-0 Knights. Puck goes all the way into the Raptors' defensive zone. I guess that's what's supposed to happen. All right, tie up. Fisher sends it, does not get all the way out. Driver has it behind the net, over to Lombardo. That will get out of the defensive zone. Now intercepted. Fisher takes it. Shot. Blocked. Lombardo chases. Segal. Shot. Score! Segal crashes the slot, puts in the rebound, and it's a 4-1 game. Good play there by Fisher to intercept the puck, get an open shot in. Good save initially. But Segal buries it to get the Raptors on the board. Puck set high. Lombardo will bring it in. Puts it on net. Gets a little knuckly there for the Knights goaltender, so he covers it. And we'll get a stoppage. 10:03 remaining in the second period. 4-1 Knights. Segal here to take the faceoff deep in the Raptors' offensive zone. Gets out to Driver. Driver from the point gets a piece of it. Segal takes it. Backhand. Tied up. Shot again. Oh, that should have gone in. But the official was there. We'll have to give him the benefit of the doubt. So that was not icing for reasons. Lombardo gets a piece of it. So it's back in the Raptors' offensive zone, but the Knights have it. And they will bring it into the Raptors' defensive zone. Goes off of Amistadi. Driver will pick it up. Tries to send it around the other way. In front. Nope. Shot goes wide. Lombardo takes it away. Tries to bring it forward. It's intercepted, though, by the Knights. They'll have it at mid-ice. Send the pass over. They get a piece of it, but it'll be Driver that goes, picks it up behind the net, and will try to get it out. Intercepted, though, by the Knights. Segal, though, fights for it. Out, shot from the point, though. Good save. Sent back around the other way. Lunsford will fight for it. Then back around, goes through the crease, but no danger. Knights still have it. They send it out to the point. Off the boards, Driver will go pick this one up. He fights with a Knights player to go get it. There's company now. So puck flipped out. Lunsford will pick it up at mid-ice. Tries to skate around. Shot. Just goes over. Great opportunity there, but just missed it. A couple of big checks there. Now the Knights go forward. Edwards can't get the check. Puck goes up in the air. Masiglia will fight for it, as will Eisenberg. Sent out cross ice. Shot on net, blocked by Driggers. He covers, and we get a stoppage. 7:39 remaining in the second period. 4-1 Knights. Coinciding penalties are over. We'll take this face-off deep in the Raptors' defensive zone. Shot on net, goes wide. Picked back up. A couple of shot opportunities there, blocked by Driggers. And now Edwards tries to send it over to Enzo. Brought in. Scott takes a big hit. Sent back around the other way. Lunsford tries to get a piece of it. But Eisenberg will go. He'll pick it up. Puts on the brakes, goes the opposite way. That to Masiglia. It goes over to Lunsford. Lunsford has it. Lunsford now playing forward. That's sent out. Avoid the offsides, but the Knights have the puck. They send it over cross ice. Scott takes one in the head. No call. Knights have it. They go shoot on net, but swallowed up by Driggers. 6:36 remaining in the second period. 4-1 Knights. Just saying, the Knights are taking some liberties, and it's being ignored. I understand. They're just two men, but come on. These are headshots, buddy. Out to the point. Knights go after it. They put a shot on net. Covered by Driggers. Takes an extra shot there. But he had it covered, so it's okay. 6:29 left in the second. One more face-off in the Raptors' defensive zone. Driver will pick this one up. Loses the handle. Patty Lee has it. He sends it off the board to Amistadi. Amistadi tied up with the Knights player. Gets it out of the zone. Rogers couldn't get to it. Knights send it cross ice. They'll try to flip it out. Driver has it, loses the handle. Amistadi recovers. Sent out, kept in by the Knights. Look from the corner. Check there. Gets it out of the zone. Lee fights for it. But it gets out into the other end. Knights will fight for it. Rogers did a good job looking for the puck there, fighting for it. Morris still down, looking for a call maybe. Will not get one. Driver with the contact there, but could not get the player off. Shot on net. Goes off of the post. In front. Knights. Shot from the point. Blocked. Knights recover. Puck out in front. They try to get that. Knights shoot. Score. Too many opportunities there. And a good shot high from the point by the Knights makes it a 5-1 Knights lead with 5:02 remaining in the second period. Just the Knights throwing an onslaught of shots on. Stegall has it. He tries to get it out, but Knights, once again, keep it in. Send it cross ice. Raptors have it. They try to send it. Goes off of the pad. They send it back the other direction. Takes a bad bounce. Lombardo has to pick it up in front of the net. Sends it all the way down. That's a shot. Fisher comes in. Gets to the puck in front. Lombardo stops it. Shot on net. Save. Stegall has it. Loses an edge. Takes a puck off the helmet. Says a very bad word. Then apologizes. So it's okay. 4:14 remaining in the second period. Still 5-1 Knights. Lunsford to take the faceoff. Sends it back to Scott. Scott dances around a little bit. Shot on net. Wrong side of the net. Lunsford fights for it on the board. Puck gets past Eisenberg. Edwards will stop it, though. And the Raptors will go back the other way. Pass sent to mid-ice, intercepted. We'll dance around. Siglia sends it up in the air, but still in the Raptors' defensive zone. Knights trying to get a hold of it. They do. Shot on net, blocked 2 more shots sent off the glass, still kept in by the Knights. Shot goes wide. Edwards will go chase after this, sends it forward. Now mid-ice, they'll fight for it. Lunsford ends up with it after a collision of about a dozen players, seemingly at mid-ice. Siglia tries to send it in off the glass, but instead sends it a little bit inside, so it goes into the Raptors bench. So we'll hit a face-off at center ice. 3:05 remaining in the second, still 5-1 Knights. Now some discussion with the scorekeeper. Official speaks to the Raptors bench. Not sure what was going on there. But it is what it is. Knights have it. Bring it down. Covered by Driggers. And we'll get a stoppage. 2:57 remaining in the second. Still 5-1 Knights. Puck tied up at the faceoff circle. That should be... Morris tries to send it forward. Gets it over to Patty Lee. Lee goes after it. Morris tries to get a piece of it. The driver will take it at the point. Morris attempts the deflection, but ends up knocking down the shot. Goes back the other way, and now we have a 2-on-1. Pass sent over. Not successful, though. Then Lee tries to get a piece of it. Out in front. Shot goes wide. Driver will scoop it up. Some communication issues there. Driver gets it into the offensive zone, though. Loses the handle. Shot on net. Just wide by Lee. Puck goes clear. They wave off the icing. Edwards will take it behind the net. He tried to long pass. Stegall has it. Holds on to it. Lombardo has to put on the brakes. Bouncing puck. Lombardo will fight for it on the boards. Tied up. Goes to Edwards in the corner. Edwards sends it over to Eisenberg. Eisenberg advances it over to Fisher. Loses the handle. Gets it back. Fisher puts it on net. Looking potentially for a rebound. Goaltender stops it and covers it for a whistle. 1:12 remaining in the second period. 5-1 Knights. Perkins on the Raptors bench talking to a Knights player. Who knows what that conversation was about? All right, tie up on the boards. Eisenberg gets to it. He'll keep it in. Dumps it along the glass. Lombardo will pick it up in the corner. Sends it over to Stegall. In his skates. Sent out. Edwards will hold on to it. Sends it over to Eisenberg, who dumps it in. Lombardo avoids the official. Stays with it. Tries to get it out in front. Still fighting for it. In front, one-timer by Fisher. Save. Shot goes wide there. Edwards keeps it in. He's got it along the boards. Tries to backhanded pass. And the Knights, sensing danger, send it all the way down ice for an icing. 17 seconds remaining in the second period. Still 5-1 Knights. Lunsford to take the face-off here. Deep in the Raptors' offensive zone. Lunsford sends it over to Brady Scott. Shot. Goaltender gets a piece of it. Amistadi tries to keep it in. Almost does. Now intercepted. Scott takes a hit a little high, but he also had his head down. So anyway, tie up, dumped in, period over. Unofficial shots on goal, 32 for the Knights, 18 for the Raptors. What's the actual shots on goal? Do we know?
Right now, 26-17.
26-17, the shots on goal in favor of the Knights. So at the end of 2, 5-1 Knights. Some better play by the Raptors in that period, but not consistent enough. Okay. They had some good jump early in the second period, but difficult to maintain, especially with the shorter bench. And again, as I've said before, it is tough to get. I hate to say the inspiration, but it's tough to get up for playing in a consolation game, especially if you're the fifth place team, which the Raptors are going into this one. The Raptors are playing because they're required to play 4 games. The Knights are playing because they want to get a win out of this tournament. When you have nothing to play for, it becomes difficult to play well. Anyway, puck sent down. Lunsford tries to get to it, can't. Arciglia couldn't get to it. So, shot on net, essentially. Brought out by Amistadi. Amistadi's got some open ice. Amistadi brings it in. Little fancy stick work there. Puts it on net. Rebound. Second rebound. Goaltender was all over the place, but couldn't get one on Amistadi. Now loses it, recovers. Bouncing puck offside. Lunsford will have to get away from the puck. Scott was supposed to get back. He didn't, but close enough. Driver with a phantom check there. Player ended up spinning to avoid him and then ended up falling down anyway. Driver gets the real check there. Trying to get to the puck in front. Deflected. Now shot. Driver. And it goes in. Unfortunate there, as it ended up being Driver who inadvertently stopped the puck with his skate directly in front of the crease. And he couldn't find it, but the Knights player did and poked it through to make it a 6-1 Knights lead and a running clock. Knights have it at mid-ice now. Intercepted by Lee. Lee sends it along the boards. Roger takes it. He'll dump it in. Morris on his horse there. Loses an edge. Picked back up by the Raptors. Rogers has it. Now back to Morris. Morris tries to send it across the crease, can't get to it. Eisenberg, he'll have it now. Puts it out in front, shot. Blocked by the goaltender, and now the Knights will go the other way. Drop pass, intercepted by Lee. Lee puts it on net. Low danger shot there, but a shot nonetheless. Little over 11 minutes remaining on the running clock. Still 6-1 Knights. Stegall will take the face-off. Sends it out to Driver at the point. Driver shot into traffic, gets knocked down. Lombardo gets it. He's behind the net. He'll fight for it. Now Fisher. Back to Lombardo. Lombardo sends it out to Driver. Driver gets it around. Now over to Lombardo. Lombardo tries to shoot. Stegall with a shot on net. Swallowed up by the goaltender. Good shot there by Stegall. It's been difficult to get shots past the opposing team for the Raptors this whole weekend. Stegall puts one into the groinal area, but the goalies have good protection for that. Knights have it. They'll bring it down ice. Knocked away by Stegall. Driver will go to pick it up. Stegall and Driver will go fight for it. And in front, Fisher tries to advance it. Backhand pass there by Driver, a beauty, and now Stegall will bring it into the zone. It gets knocked away from him. Safely to the Knights goaltender who covers. 9:45 on a running clock. Still 6-1 Knights here in the third period. Lunsford to take the face-off. Goes behind him, behind the Knights. I cannot think of Knight's name. I don't know why. Anyway. Danger out in front. Lunsford with the backhand. Knights try to get to it. Takes away by Scott. Poke back. Scott will fight for it. Yep. And Scott's going to go in the box for that. Frustration's running high. Scott was trying to get to the puck. Was interfered with a little bit, but not too dramatically, especially to get that reaction from Scott. Although we will get coinciding, so we will get the... Who knows what the penalties are? We can't see. The officials don't bother to make any actual motions anymore. So we'll just say that it's roughing from both players. We're still back on 5-on-5 hockey with the coincidings. Lunsford to take the face-off. Goes back behind the Knights net. Eisenberg takes it. He brings it around the other way. Eisenberg drop pass to Edwards at the point. He'll fight for it on the boards as he gets picked up by a couple of players. Gets it over to Lunsford. Lunsford has it. He's fighting in the corner now. Now the Knights have it. Gets flipped out. Open opportunity and a score. The pinch by Edwards doesn't work as the Knights flip it over and have a forward waiting for the puck, and an easy breakaway makes it a 7-1 Knights lead. Tough there along the boards. Actually, very good play there by the Knights to get that opportunity. So Stegall tries to move it forward. Lombardo loses it. Big check. No call. As the player had the puck. Fisher will go dump this in off of an official. Lombardo picks it up off the boards. He fights for it. Amistadi from the point. Shoots it wide. Fisher will go chase after it. Tied up. Fisher intercepts the attempted zone exit. Bouncing puck goes to Amistadi. Amistadi will pick it up. Sends it along the boards. Bouncing puck. Stegall can't get to it. Now tough pinch again. That in front. Shot goes wide. Lombardo sends it forward. Stegall will pick this one up. Will do the entry himself. Cross ice. Fisher flips it in the other direction. Stegall tries to get to it. He cannot. Goes out to mid-ice again. Driver will intercept this one. He'll dump it in. The goaltender sends it. Knights have it in their defensive zone. They advance it forward. Edwards will pick it up in the defensive zone. Brings it around the other way. Sends it over to Morris. Puck out to the point. Here's the shot deflected. And an early whistle, but it was going to get covered anyway. Edwards, I think, explaining to Morris that he was coming around, but no worries. We're all still kind of learning each other here. All right. Puck at center ice now. Picked up by the Knights. Knights will bring it in. Shot deflected. Behind the net now. Knights have it. They'll bring it around. Gets a piece of the crossbar. Rogers has it. Natalie Lee knocks it forward. Morris diving for it. He's down. Morris is hurt. Shot on net. Covered. Morris was going low for the puck and ran into a Knights player. Hopefully he's okay. So we get a face-off in the Raptors defensive zone. 5:21. Clock is stopped for reasons. Anyway, picked up. Intercepted. Amistadi takes it. Behind the net. Amistadi over to... goes over to Scott. Scott has it now. Goes out in front. Gets a piece of the post. Lunsford can't get to it as the goaltender covers. So 4:50 on a running clock remaining. 7-1 Knights. Tied up here. Bouncing puck. Driver tries to get to it. He'll fight for it along the board. Scott picks it up. Scott goes behind the net. Puck gets sent around. Marsiglia over to Lunsford. Lunsford has it in the corner. Sends it over. Scott will go pick this one up. He fights for it. The Knights have it. They will try to get it out of their own zone. Knights just playing with their food at this point. Marsiglia shot. Goes off of the skate. Fight for it again. Lunsford has it. He'll fight for it. In the corner. Eisenberg keeps it in. Sends it over to Lunsford. Lunsford in the corner. Gets it taken away. Marsiglia goes for the big check and comes up with air and boards. Lunsford behind the net. Sends that to center ice. Scott will take it. He brings it in. He's got Colin Fisher with him. Brings it around. Poke. Scott goes down in the crease. as to avoid potentially hitting a goaltender. He was close to death there, but evaded it. 3 minutes left in the period. Still on this running clock. Stegall will take the face off. Off a skate. Picked up by Lombardo. Lombardo will dump it in. Fisher going after it. Edwards tries to keep it in. Can't get it. Then recovers. Sends it over to Eisenberg. Eisenberg over to Edwards. Edwards sends it off the boards to Fisher. Fisher can't pick it up. And that'll be an icing. So we'll get the face-off down at the Raptors defensive zone. Puck drop sent out to the point. Knights have it. Stegall keeps it in. Sent around. Edwards sends it almost through the exit door. So another face-off here in the defensive zone. Edwards gets to it, pokes it forward. Can't get it out. Eisenberg will go chase after it. Fights for it. Sent off. Puck is loose in front. Out to the point now. Knights bring it behind the net. Lots of stick lifting going on. Wraparound kept out, and Edwards just sends it down ice. He'll take the icing. We'll get a new line out there with less than a minute left to play. This has been a tough one. Tied up. Driver will take this one, poke it around. Lee sends it to center ice. Knights have it. They send it the other way. Driver will dump. Rogers keeps it. Sends it over to Morris. 17 seconds remaining. Through the corner. Shot. Save. Score. And that'll be it. A lackluster effort for the Raptors as they go down 8-1 to this Loudoun Knights team. Team that they beat earlier 2-1. Again, it's tough to kind of get the spirit up to fight in a consolation game, but at the same time, not great. Not great at all. That'll be it from the state of Virginia. Thank you for joining us. We will see you, let's see. Your next Raptors game will be Saturday, the 18th at 12 noon against the Triad Storm in Greensboro. Who knows what kind of sight lines we'll have there. But as it stands, that's it. So this is Tom. Thank you, Chris Lombardo, for running the camera today. Signing off.